Hey guys, welcome to another tutorial, and today's tutorial is on that move that you just saw, Cheat 720. Funnily enough, a lot of the tutorials I've done before this are actually going to really help you with Cheat 720. However, I'm just going to cover it all in one, so you don't have to go back and watch those tutorials, although I will break it down more in depth, so your choice, not mine. So, I'm going to start off with prerequisites. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to start off by telling you there are multiple types of Cheat 720. The Cheat 720 that you just saw me do is a Taekwondo style Cheat 720, and it kind of is a Cheat 7 double. What that means is that the kicking leg, it looks like two kicks because the leg taking off goes straight and then comes straight back again. So it's kind of Cheat 7 double, but don't worry about that so much. The general Cheat 7 that I just did is a Taekwondo based one. So the motion is a double pump. Double pump Cheat 7, the motion goes like this. 1, 2, 3. The other Cheat 7 is Trigger Cheat 7, and I'm not particularly a fan of this, but I will give it a go. I could do better than that. It's more of a outside crescent kick, so I'm not really going to be demonstrating that one or talking about that one, which is a single pump Trigger style Cheat 7. I'm going to be talking about the Taekwondo style Cheat 7, which is this one. So, for Cheat 720, prerequisites you need. Solid understanding of a hook kick. Most important thing, the hook kick that you have on the ground is going to be the one that's in your Cheat 7, so make sure you've mastered your hook kick. This is my hook kick. So you can stand in a, crap, what stance is this? You're going to stand in front side, spot your target, keeping any kick, spotting, spot in front of you, chamber. So you want the kick to come out about here, and then target is in the middle. You want to extend through the target and bring it back. If we do that fast, once again, hook kick. Next thing you're going to want is a tornado kick. Most obvious prerequisite is simply just because it's the base kick of the move. We're going to be hybriding this kick. So tornado kick is this. However, as you see, in that tornado kick, I kicked and round kicked straight up. So what we're actually going to change is for Cheat 7, you're not going to want to kick like that when you chamber your leg.
So I'm partway through editing this. I'm absolutely knackered. But basically what I forgot to point out is when I say tornado kick is the base kicking move, there is no round kick in Cheat 7. You're faking the roundhouse kick, and you'll hear me talk about this in the step over hook tutorial, but that is what I mean by the base kick, is the cheat step is what you will get from the tornado kick.
You want to chamber it across so that your hips turn into the hook kick. The tornado kick you're actually going to want is one where the kick comes very across the side, so like this. It's like you're going to break a board. Again, doing a kick like this will aid you turn past the first chambering leg, and then how we're going to train for the actual kick is the prerequisite, of course, step over hook. You do this as high and low. I recommend both. So I do a high one and a low one. And a low one. So, you'll immediately see that by doing our tornado kick somewhat across the side like this leg position is where we're going to step over hook. So, duh, duh. Now there's a move that is a prerequisite which combines these two, and I'm not talking about narrowbong, since that's technically like a grounded jackknife, although I will just quickly demonstrate one for you guys. So narrowbong is this. What we're actually going to do is we're going to take away the round kick and make it an autobahn. And it's basically a grounded Cheat 720. Looks like this. This prerequisite is probably going to be the most helpful in terms of timing. However, we're now going to take a break from prerequisites. Let's talk about the actual move, Cheat 7. So, I take a different step. I take a sideways cheat step. So I'm going to look at my target. I'm going to start off doing my cheat step, making sure that this foot here, I stand further back so you can see, this foot should never come over here and past, so make you travel to the side. So what you want to make sure you're doing is basically going on the same spot when you cheat step. So you'll see it sends you straight upwards. Also, actually coming from that point, just doing that little drill, kind of just sitting and kind of just and going around once, is really going to help you Cheat 7, especially if you do it from the step like I just did. So I want you to try this drill. Make sure you're trying to spot your target and turn your head as quickly as possible to spot it again. This is going to help with not only making the trick clean, but also the kicks much sharper, as well as making the trick easier. Because if I don't spot, I'm going to be flying all over the place. I could be leaning back. Which actually brings me to my second point. Don't lean back. Leaning back is going to compromise your Cheat 7 more than you actually think it's going to help you, as it makes it much less controlled. The chances are you'll just end up putting your hand down like that on the second kick. And this is a problem I used to have with my Cheat 7s a while ago. I'll see if I can find a clip. If not, then I'm sorry, but this is the issue where you're leaning back too much. So you want to make sure you'll take off your upright and driving your arms. You want legs for height, arms to twist. This goes for the majority of all kicking techniques. You also want to make sure you use your hips to turn you. Now, 540 can be a prerequisite in this move. However, since it's actually harder than Cheat 720, I don't recommend it. I got this trick before 540, and yeah, I'll demonstrate 540 real quick. But it will help you if you have this trick. If you don't have 540, another trick that can help is swing 540. So you just swing up, make sure you whip around, head around, and spot the target again. The only purpose of this drill is so that you get used to whipping your head around and spotting your target. It's a good way to work your step over hooks too, so it'll be like this. So you're gonna swing, spot, and step over hook. That's just another suggestion I have for you. So, I'm going to have our cheat setup, wind up, punch down, up. So we're driving up here. What we want to do is once we are off the ground, we're going to start like our fake roundhouse for our tornado kick. We're going to push it across, really push it. Imagine you're kneeing your target in the face, but you want it to be just below your target. The kick is what's going to hit the target. This is technically like a faked kick. So you're going to want to go here, and then spot your target, kick. I'll demonstrate what I mean. So you'll see here, I lift my target, 1, 2, 3. See, spot my target, 1, up, drive up, turn, switch, hook. Actually, Autobahn is the perfect prerequisite for this because you're doing it all on the ground rather than in the air. So you'll see when I do it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. If you can help it, try and drive the leg up bent. One thing I used to do is try and go like this, like how I would for my tornado kicks. So they're really clean. Don't do that with your Cheat 7, it will not work. You want to make sure you drive the knee up chambered. And I have a problem with this, that's why mine come out as Cheat 7 doubles. However, for regular Cheat 7, you're going to want to try and keep this leg bent as much as you can. This leg bend is called the chambered position, by the way. Basically, the main story of this is just this is drilling the main two prerequisites of this move, step over hook and Autobahn. They are the most useful prerequisites for the Cheat 720. It's not too hard of a trick to get used to. However, again, this is double pump. Some of you may find single pump easier. I find it harder, but if you're going to do that, the only thing you're going to do is you're going to do the drill that I talked about earlier. And once you get to this point, you're going to start presenting, and your kick's going to come out around the same place. However, personally, I find this type of Cheat 7 a lot harder to control. Although, if I'm doing Vanish Cheat 7, this tends to be the one that is easiest for me. Whoa! B-twist to split the boys. I tried to do B-twist Vanish Cheat 7, but I can't do it, so. But anyway, I hope you guys get the gist of the Cheat 7. It's not really that much to it. It's not a difficult trick. The main thing is just doing the drills and doing like, I do this for all my cheat kicks. I always do the floor drills like this. They are the most useful drills that you can possibly do. Actually, one more thing I need to talk about is try not to kick too early. I have a problem with this because my Cheat 7 doubles, but you don't want to start extending the kick like here when you haven't even spotted your target. You want to start kicking once you see your target in the corner of your eye. So, you're going to go up, there, kick just yet. Target's now in sight. I'm going to unleash my kick and land the Cheat 7. So I hope you guys learned something. Hit the like, subscribe button for more videos, and let's give you some slow motion clips of the Cheat 720. if you've got the hang of your Chi 720, here's a little fun combo that I recommend you try. It's a fun little kicker combo. If you get this combo, tag me on the Instagram post as Zenix Tricking, and I'll comment some tips, or if you smashed it, I will show you on my story. Either way, let's get into the combo. So close, that was a really good one. No! I'd like to point out, on a very hot day of like 30 degrees, this is not an easy combo. So many things have to go right, and today's not one of those days. Bad sessions. So you'll see that sometimes the type of momentum in your combo will change the type of cheat 7 you do. You see that little combo I just did? If I play you the clip of a better one that I did earlier on in the week, you'll see that the cheat 7 I did was my usual type of cheat 7, the Taekwondo one. Sometimes it really does just depend on what is easier at the time. But I do recommend you learn every single type of cheat 7 there is out there, because it is incredibly useful to have under your belt, and it also lets you really understand the trick. And once you really understand a trick, it's easy. You can rip it from nothing, you can do it anywhere. Then when you put it into your combos, it looks beautiful. So sorry that that last one wasn't as good as the version I just played you, but like I said, it's a really hot day, I'm really tired, and I've not been having a great session today, so that's my excuse. But anyway, I hope you guys understand, and hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial.